Let's take a look at content length listener first. So again, we would know where to put this because the namespace was simplex. The instructions are just helpful until we get used to this structure. So we're creating this class, and the name of the class is content length listener. There's just one method in this class called onResponse, and it's taking the event as a parameter. Now the passing of this event object is going to happen behind the scenes. We haven't created any code explicitly to send this all the way through. There's a little bit of magic happening. So again, if we look at our front.php file, all we're specifying here is the instance and the method to run. So when we used an anonymous function, we saw the response event instance getting passed into this. In this case, that's kind of hidden. We don't see that here, but it's going to happen inside of our framework.php file right here. So this variable, this response event instance, is what's going to get passed into the method that we established inside of our front.php file here. Okay, let's go back to our content length listener. So everything else inside of this code is identical to what was inside of our previous anonymous function. The only goal of this method is to set the content length header. Okay, let's take a look at our Google event listener. So here we have our Google listener inside of simplex.php. The class name is Google listener. Again, we have just one method called onResponse, and it's taking our response event. We're grabbing the response, we're checking to make sure that it's HTML just like we did before, and we're just setting the content. So everything is identical here, except now we have everything wrapped up in a class. Having it wrapped up this way is going to make it much easier to test this particular functionality, and it will be easier to plug it into other projects later. Instead of copying and pasting all that anonymous code, you can instead just add a listener with a single line.